everyone. I feel like you've seen enough of my face today. So for the spelling video, rather than have my face in the frame, I'm going to get you just to look at my screen with my voice in the background. Okay, so hopefully it doesn't hurt your eyes to look at it. But here are our sound, or is the sound, I should say, of the week. As in shirt. A new digraph from our THRAS chart. And the word we need to learn is shirt because that's our THRAS word. So here are our 5 words to focus on, and I'm going to break it up for you each time. But I know how clever you are. You probably don't even need me to do this for you because you are so good at doing your THRAS sounds. Shirt. So thrash it out with your fingers, your THRAS fingers. How many sounds can you hear in shirt? Yes, I bet you knew that, didn't you? So sh as in shark, as in shirt, and t as in tap. Skirt. The young lady had a pretty skirt on. Okay, what can you hear in that? Skirt. You're using your fingers, I know, and hopefully you're all saying for, and you would be right. There we go. We have s as in sun, k as in kitten, as in shirt, and t as in tap. Well done. There are 4. Next word we're looking at is bird, which we also have on our THRAS chart for the sound b, but now it's being used for the sound vowel sound inside. Bird. How many sounds can you hear in bird? All right, I can hear all of those 3s coming my way. If you said 3, well done to you. We have b as in bird, as in shirt, and d as in dog. All right, next one. We have lots of these in our class, don't we? Girl. You probably want to spell girl with a U, and this is a tricky sound, isn't it? Because when you hear it can be ER or it can be UR, but this week it's actually coming from the I and the R together, and that's why we're learning all these sounds to help us out. So how many sounds can you hear in girl? We have G as in gate, as in shirt, and L as in leg. If you were writing out your story for me, and you were writing the word girl, like you see at the bottom there, I would be very proud of you and say, great sounding out, guys, but it's not the right spelling choice. That's as in fur. We need as in shirt. And just when you think life can't get any trickier for my clever year ones learning to spell, the last word here I have is fern. If I had a fern in the garden. So I've got here for you 3 different ways to make the same sound. And that's why THRAS can be tricky, but what we're trying to teach you is that this is the one we don't want this week. This is the one we don't want this week. In this particular pattern, we're looking at as in shirt. So this would be a great try, but we would get you to go back and say, what other choices can you make in that box? And of course, we would look at the as in shirt. All right, now the last word there is third. Miss Heard Dempsey came third in a spelling competition. Now, if you can spell bird, the trouble with, well, not really the trouble at all, is it, Miss Heard? The good thing about rhyming is that you can spell more than one word. If you can spell bird, I know you can spell third because you're looking at the start being the only part different. So we have th as in thumb, as in bird, and d as in dog. So there are 3 sounds. If you are clever enough to have a look at some of those orange words, there's a lot of different words there. Remember, you don't have to master these in your spelling test. It's really just for those who want a challenge. Okay, there's some tricky words there. If you look at the word circle, what I think is very confusing for sometimes to understand is that you have the letter C making 2 different sounds. It's making S as in sun, or city really, and it's also making K as in cat. So if you wanted to, you could have a go and trying to sound it out. So you've got S, K, ul. And this is really a little bit of a split digraph. That's a tricky one because ul is actually ul for leg. This would probably come in under a tricky little rule in Thras. And let's do one more, birthday, because at the time of filming it, it's Miss Her Dempsey's birthday. This is a special word for me today, and lots more of you who are having your birthdays in August. So birthday, that is actually a compound word. It's made up of two words. Let's see if we can thrash out this one. B, f, d, a. We've got a couple of digraphs. We learnt that recently. We've learned this one too. So there's 3 digraphs there. 2 single graphs, b and d. As in shirt, thumb, and then a as in tray. That's a big one, isn't it? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sounds made up of 3 digraphs. So that's it, folks. If you have a look at your spelling task today, I'm so sure that it will end up being the right one for you this week. And if not, I know that mums and dads will be really good at letting me know via message. But let's hope that the computers on this end are doing their job. And you can become experts at as in shirt.